Hello friends, I am Dr. Syed Khadiruddin Chishti and I am teaching physics to BSc third year. My today's topic is particle in one dimensional box in the quantum mechanics. Particle in one dimensional box. So let us consider a particle of mass m and it is placed in one dimensional box. One dimensional box means particle is allowed to move either along the x-axis or along the y-axis or along the z-axis, means along any one of the axis, means one dimension. So we will apply some boundary conditions to this particle which is moving along in the one dimensional box. So the walls of the box are hard, rigid and elastic. The walls of the box are hard, rigid and elastic, so that the particle will rebound from the walls of the box. There is elasticity in the walls, so when the particle will collide with the walls, it will come back after colliding from the wall. Second condition is that the walls of the box are non-penetrable. Walls of the box are non-penetrable, means particle will confine to remain in the box only. It will not go outside the box. This is the meaning of the second boundary condition. Third boundary condition is that the box is one dimensional. One dimensional means particle is allowed to move or only along any one of the axes. So here we are considering that the particle is moving along the x-axis and particle is free to move, means the potential energy of the particle inside the box will be zero. Potential energy of the particle inside the box will be zero. So let us consider here the box of length L. This is the x-axis. Particle is moving along this box and the potential energy here in this box, if the particle is inside the box, it is zero. Outside the box, it is infinity. Outside the box, potential energy is infinity. So particle cannot go out from the box because outside the box potential energy is infinite, inside the box potential energy is zero, therefore the particle is free to move. Now to study the particle, motion of the particle, we will use here the Schrodinger time independent equation, because the motion of the particle is not time dependent. Therefore here we are using the Schrodinger's time independent equation, and we know that the Schrodinger time independent equation is given by dou 2 psi by dou x square plus 2m by h cross E minus V psi is equal to 0, where E is the energy and V is the potential energy. Now here the particle is confined to one dimensional box, it is remaining inside the box only, so V will be equal to 0 and our equation will become dou 2 psi by dou x square plus 2m by h cross square E psi is equal to 0. Now here, since the particle is inside the box, means when the length of the box is L, so psi of x means the wave function will not be 0 when the value of x is between 0 and L. Between 0 and L, the wave function is not 0, but it will be 0 for outside the box for x less than 0 and x greater than L. So I will find here the kinetic energy of the particle which is moving inside the box, and we know that the kinetic energy, very popular formula, half mv square, can be written in terms of the momentum p square upon 2m, px denoted here the momentum along the x-axis. Therefore if I take this 2m to this side and divide both the side by h square, I am taking this 2m to this side and divide by h cross square. I will get this 2m E upon h cross square is equal to px square upon h cross square. We also know that the wave constant k is 2 pi by lambda, and it can be written in terms of the momentum as px upon h cross, or if I multiply it by 2 pi by h cross, then it will become here that px into 2 pi by h cross, or it is equal to 2 pi by lambda equal to k. Now I will substitute this value of k in this equation and I will get here dou 2 psi by dou x square plus k square psi is equal to 0. Okay, this is the value of k, for which I am writing here the kinetic energy E as px square upon h cross square, here ph square upon h cross square, and I will get this equation as dou 2 psi by dou x square plus k square psi, means I am replacing this term by k. I am replacing this term by k square. Okay, so now the general solution of this equation will be psi of x is equal to a sin kx plus b cos kx, where a and b are the constants. The general solution. Now I will differentiate for the first time this equation, then I will differentiate for the second time. So for the first time I will get here dou psi by dou x is equal to derivative of sin is cos multiply by k, so ka cos kx, derivative of cos is minus sin, k will come out, means differentiation of this kx will be k, so minus k b sin kx. Again I will differentiate it, dou 2 psi by dou x square is equal to the derivative of cos is sin only, multiply by k, so k square a sin kx, derivative of sin is cos, so cos kx multiply by k, k square b cos kx. Now I will take minus k square common, so a sin kx plus b cos kx, it will be the value of psi x here. So it means that dou 2 psi by dou x square is equal to minus k square psi, or I will take this factor to the one side, dou 2 psi by dou x square plus k square psi is equal to 0, where a and b are the arbitrary constants, and we have to find the value of a and b using the some initial conditions. So to find the value of a and b, when psi of x is 0, then x will be 0, and between L means x will be 0 or x will be L. So if I substitute this value x equal to 0 and x equal to L here in this equation number 3, I am substituting here x equal to 0 and x equal to L. So I will get here sin 0 will be 0, here it is 0, means cos kx will come down, it will also become 0, means totally b will be equal to 0. And if I substitute this value, then the equation will become value of b again in the equation 3, here in this equation 3, b equal to 0, this term will vanish, and you will get psi of x is equal to a sin kx, and I am writing it here, let us call it as equation number 4. Now put psi x is equal to 0 in equation number 4. Means here, so a sin kl is equal to 0 when x is equal to L. When sin kl is equal to 0, when the values of this angle of this sine will be equal to n pi, and n will be equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. So k will be equal to n pi upon L in this equation. So I will put this value of k is equal to n pi upon L here in this equation. So psi of x will become a sin n pi by L into x. Now to find the eigenvalues of the momentum, I am having the formula for the wave constant 2 pi by lambda in terms of px or p upon h cross. So we can say that p is equal to h cross k, and here we can substitute the value of k as n pi upon 2L, therefore p is equal to n pi upon L into k. For the first p1 pi h upon L n equal to 1, p2 2 pi h upon L means h cross upon L, and so on, pn 2 n pi h cross upon L. Similarly, I am having the energy, that is the kinetic energy, E is equal to p square upon 2m. So I will substitute here the value of p as n pi k upon L. So I will get here the value of E in terms of h cross as n square pi square h square upon 2 ml square. we can find the value of E1, E2 and E3 and so on by substituting here the value of n as 1, 2, 3 and so on. So in this way we can calculate here the value of momentum and energy, here in this equation, because we are having the momentum as P is equal to n pi h cross upon L. So these values are known as the eigenvalues of the momentum and the energy. Thank you.